everyone, I'm Aaron Dean, and this is Advocate Today. Today, we're highlighting a new digital series that is putting multiple generations of Black LGBTQ plus people together to discuss everything from coming out to love and even community. It's called Say Aloud. I'm Black, queer, and proud. I spoke with Bishop Oliver Clyde Allen about exploring identity and his message to the younger generation. So you're on this brand new show on TV One. Tell us the name, tell us what the show is about, and why did you want to be a part of it?
Well, first of all, I am just absolutely enamored to be a part of so many different types of conversations, particularly ones that are related to the LGBTQI plus community. And this particular show about living and our queerness and being out and being proud and being happy and being transformative. When my team told me about it, I was so excited because essentially that is what I do every day of my life. Part of what I believe to be my calling is to be this word that we hear a lot. We hear this word a lot. We've heard it a lot. We grew up hearing it. But the word abolitionist, that word where, in history during slavery, you have people who would go back, they would get free and then they go back and find people and bring them to freedom. And I think that is my calling. That's your calling. That's what the Advocate does. That's what we all do to transform people's lives through freedom, liberation, and equality.
We all have our own intersectional identities. We can identify as this, and this. How do you feel like yours, come into play when it comes to this show, especially like interacting on a panel? Like, what do you feel that you bring to the table that's much different than your other people that are around you?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Saucy Santana. When I saw that, I said, "Hold on, now, child. This could be something."
No, it was great because honestly, we're all the same. We're all different, but we're the same. Essentially. I mean, when if you look at a book, the color of the book may be different, the words may be different, the topic may be different, but it's a book. It has pages, it has words, right? Mm-hmm. And essentially there is a story. And the beauty of the panel, the beauty of the conversation, the beauty of the show is that, first of all, we can see how we are more alike than different. And also we have an opportunity to share our stories and to hear each other's stories. And then when you start hearing people's stories, it's pretty much the same. It's like a freeway going to a destination. It's different lanes, but it's going in the same direction.
Right.
So I thought that was beautiful. I also thought what was really great, two things, that, as a person of faith, I get to see and sit with people who are people of faith. And they may express their faith differently, but we all express our faith differently. Right? But the truth of the matter is, some kind of way, there's this narrative out there that, certain kinds of people have faith and certain kinds of people don't have faith. Certain kinds of people represent this, certain kinds of people represent that. But we're all family. We're all community. We're all essentially seeking to love and be loved and, in my words, become love. There's so much in the world that tries to divide us and make us different, whether it's our skin, whether it's our spirituality, whether it's, all of these things. But underneath, we are the same people. We're the same.
So, now switching to your ministry, like you said, so you're the senior pastor and founder of the Vision Cathedral of Atlanta.
Yes,
and you started church in 2005 with your husband. Tell us, what has this journey been like over the years, from where you started to where you all are now?
Oh, God, we don't have enough time.
The short version, the bullet points, okay?
Well, you can't tell a preacher the short version.
Yes, I can. I've been in church. You got 10. Okay. You got 2 minutes, Pastor.
You got it. Well, we started with 12 people. Wow. And, 18 years ago, and now we are one of the largest, particularly Black or African American LGBTQI plus affirming ministries, arguably, in the world. And It certainly has been a journey, but it's been a journey of love. It's been a journey of discovery. I fundamentally believe, and I say this on the show, that, you know, you should live in your life, you should live in your truth so you don't have to die in a lie.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Live in your truth so you don't have to die in a lie. And so many of us have died in a lie, not just physically, you know, mentally, emotionally, in every kind of way. We're not alive, we're not thriving, you know, because we're living in this lie. We're living in this facade, this matrix that somebody created that says we're not valuable, we're not lovable, we're not significant, we don't deserve love, we don't deserve equity, we don't deserve justice.
Listen, I've never been to Atlanta, but when I come visit, and if I'm there on a Sunday,
yes,
I will have to come to your church, okay?
You must. You know, I think initially, you know, what I was trying to do was to combat toxic theology and toxic spirituality and toxic leadership and all of these toxic things that we are in the world surrounded by. And so we created this place, this safe place, not just safe, but a bold space. So it's a safe space and a bold space for that. But then, you know, as time went on, I saw that this became a community, became a family. And essentially, I think that's what this is really all about. If we're going to talk about a church or a mosque or a temple, we're going to talk about a group or a house, you know, a gay house or family or whatever. The essence is about the family of humanity. And I think that's what's beautiful about what we've created.
There's a lot of hate, a lot of ignorance that's being thrown around, especially in forms of laws and book bans and trying to even erase parts of history. With your position, you know, being a community leader, a religious leader, what is your response to all of this? Well, you know, what's the words you got for the people, you know?
So Sunday, it's a great question, because Sunday, which is a couple of days ago, I preached about putting the gloves back on. And I had 2 boxing gloves right next to me. Put the gloves back on. And to make this argument around, first of all, we are in a battle. We have always been in a battle. I think that the problem with progress is sometimes progress can make us sit back, or we can celebrate progress too long. But the thing is, the more you talk about something, the more it gets ingrained in the hearts and the minds of people. And then the more it gets ingrained in the hearts and minds of people, the more it normalizes itself. So the more people talking about trans legislation, trans, we keep talking about trans justice or injustice. It forms in the minds of the people that are listening that over time, that's how people sort of bought into all of the movements. And by the way, you know, we got to stop seeing stuff in a bubble, you know, particularly LGBTQI rights. I mean, there were many movements that it took time and it took a fight, whether it was a woman's right to vote, where we can go before that, whether it was slavery, whether it was immigration rights, all of these things, people who fought for them had to take the long view and not get stuck just because, yes, there are all these bills that are out there. Of course there will be all these bills out there because we are fighting the good fight of faith. Of course there'll be all these bills popping up, all these anti-trans bills, or they're trying to ban books and do all of that because they see our progress. They see our fight. They see our equity coming to the forefront. They can see what's happening in society. So I tell people, don't lose faith. Quitting is not an option. Don't back down. Put those gloves on and fight. We don't get anywhere without that.
You can find Say Aloud, Black, Queer, and Proud on the Madame Noir YouTube page and on CassiusLife.com. Thanks so much for watching Advocate Today. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to stream us live, and you can even watch us on YouTube. For the Advocate channel, I'm Aaron Dean, and this was Advocate Today.